I tell my students at Wiley College is that in the penitentiary, amen, everybody have a job in prison. And I don't care if you're in a wheelchair, it don't matter. You walk around with oxygen tank on, they give you a job in the penitentiary. Amen. Because they know that if you didn't have nothing to do all day, chances are you're going to get yourself into something you don't have no business getting into. Amen. So grandma and grandpa, amen, rephrased that. Amen. We knew what they were talking about. But grandma and grandpa say that an idle mind is the devil's workshop. Amen. All right. Amen. Somebody said that an idle mind is the devil's playground. Amen. But I want to first of all say that an idle mind is a mind that has nothing to do. Amen. Nothing to think about. Amen. It's almost like a lazy mind. Here this morning we have a story about the greatest king of Israel. Amen. King David was the greatest king in Israel. Amen. By the way, the Bible said that King David was a man after God's own heart. That's right. Is that right? That's it. Amen. But sometimes in life, we make bad decisions. Would y'all agree with me? Yes. Amen. Sometimes in the course of our life, we may have good intentions, Sister Bridget, but sometimes we make some bad decisions today. Amen. Is that right? Amen. Amen. Can you think of some, amen, bad decision that you made that you later regretted? Amen. 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 If you want to be honest with yourself, I'm talking about to the grown folk and even some of the young folk. We done made some bad decisions. Amen. And we turned around and if we could, we would go back and change it. But one thing about life is that once time passed, whatever happened on yesterday, amen, you can't go back and turn around, but you can tell folk you're sorry. Amen, on this morning. Amen. My brothers and sisters, amen, amen. King David should have been at battle. You go on and read this 11th chapter for yourself, and you'll see that, amen, this was the time that the kings go out to do battle, but instead of David going with his army, amen, he should have been with Joab and all of his mighty men, amen, but instead he is at his palace, doing nothing. Now David get up out of his bed and go for a walk on the rooftop in the evening and see this beautiful girl by the name of Bathsheba. My brothers and sisters, I want to tell us, amen, that everything that looks good to you is not good for you on this morning. Is that right? Amen. Amen. David sent his men out to get Bathsheba, and she came over, and they, amen, had sex together. Amen. And now I want y'all to know that there is a difference between sex and love. All right. Amen. And I'm not going to be too graphic. I ain't going graphic with it, but I want y'all to know this. Amen. Making love means that you're with somebody that you really love and care about. Listen, anybody can have sex. Amen. But not everybody make love. Amen. David had sex with Bathsheba on today in this lesson. Then Bathsheba sent word back to David to tell him that she's pregnant. My brother and sister, anytime a woman, ladies, if you want to know how a man really feel about you, amen, get on the telephone. Amen, I ain't telling you to lie to him now, but when you call and say, I'm pregnant, come on, brothers and sisters, amen. If you want to know how a man really feel about you, tell him you're pregnant. Amen, am I right about it this morning? Amen, anybody in here ever got a call, amen, from a woman that you had relationships with, amen, and she said that she was pregnant? Amen, I tell you what, amen. Men come up with all kind of, amen, answers. When you start saying, Mama William, I'm pregnant, some of them will say, God, you better quit playing. Is that right? Yeah. Amen, some of them going to say, pregnant for who? I know you ain't trying to say that baby for me. Is that right? Amen. God, you must be tripping. You know, we come up with all kinds of things. But listen, David had received word. And now he's trying to think of a way to get out of this. Amen. After Bathsheba sent word to David and said, David, I'm pregnant for you. David said, said, I got to think of a way to get out of this. Now, y'all keep in mind, David was already married.
Right. That's right.
Amen. God had already planned David not with one wife, but with some wives.
Yeah.
But David took Bathsheba, Uriah's only wife. And you know what he did? After he had slept with this woman and she was pregnant, he called for Uriah to come off the battlefield.
Yes.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
And y'all look at this. I want y'all to get this morning. David got Uriah off the battlefield. And David gave Uriah some alcohol. Amen. And then read the Bible for yourself. And he sent Uriah home. By the way, he told her, go home and let your wife bathe your feet.
Yes.
Y'all know what that means, amen?
Yes.
You go back and be intimate with your wife. What he was trying to do was cover